Hello YouTube, Luke here again. Next deck profile here for Y Schwartz, tournament winning Hina Logi from Luck and Logic. Alright, let's start with all the level zeros, of course. Start off with 4 Leon Peaceful Time. She is, when she's placed from her hand to the stage, you can discard a card, choose a character with logical as the foreigner in your clock. It comes to your hand, then the top card of your clock goes to, the top card of your library goes into the clock. So it's a good way of getting cards you need out of your clock into your hand, and then just getting rid of something else. I use this like quite a lot to get the combo pieces I need throughout the day. For Hina Peaceful Time. So this one is when it's placed from the stage to the waiting room. Discard a card, look it up to the top 4, choose Logicalist or Foreigner, and send the rest to the waiting room. Not a bad card either. 2 Yayoi Relaxing Moment. So this one, front center slot gains 500. Has 2 effects with the climax card, Fledgling Logicalists. If you play Fledgling Logicalist, or you reveal it from your attack, it's the trigger from the attack, you can pay 1 and salvage a... That's right, yeah, that's right, the 2 soul icon, Fledgling Logicalist. Where you play it, you can salvage your pay 1 by either effect and salvage your Logicalist or Foreigner. Make sure I got that right. Okay, this one is to Mizuki, Student Council President, full of self-confidence. Quite a long name. All your characters with Yuko gain the trait Love. Does nothing else, but when it's placed for end of the stage, you can pay 1, discard 2 cards, then search your library for 1 character with Yuko and 1 character with Student Council. So they can both be Yuko if you want to, or you can get some Student Council cards. Like I've got a couple of Ashleys, and I've got the level 1 Mizuki as well. And this is 4 sticks, Yuko's new Foreigner. So global 500 to all Logicalist and Foreigner. When a character with Yuko is placed from hand to the stage, you can look at the top card of your library and then just place it back. And you can rest this, give a character 500 till the end of the turn. Now we go to the level 1s. This is Yuko Relaxing Moment. If you have 2 or more other Logicalist or Foreigner, gains 1000. Climax combo. If you have Fledgling Logicalist, the battle opponent comes reverse, you can search your library for a Logicalist or Foreigner. And we got 4 Yuko Peaceful Times. So this one is when it's placed from the hand to the stage, it gets 2000 for the power for the turn, and you can pay 1. Actually, is it just during? Yep. If you have another character with either Logical or Foreigner, then it gets to 2000. You can pay 1, and when this reverses its opponent, you can search your library for Logicalist or Foreigner. This is Ashley, Logicalist transferred in. She's a Student Council member and a Logicalist. If you have another character with either Student Council or Yuko in its name, this gains 1500 power. So it goes to 7000, and it has Encore of discard a character card. And 2 Mizuki Appropriate Device, the Student Council. This is a level 1 I was talking about before. So this is a level assister, 500 times level. If you have a Yuko with 2 or less markers underneath, you can rest this, look at the top card of your library, stick it underneath as a marker. Also, when you play the merge with the Yuko, or is it just any merge? When you use merge with anything, you could draw a card, discard 1. Yep, that's it. and I run a couple of these Yuko cutesy days. 2-2, so for every other Logicalist the Foreigner gains 500, and this has Encore, discard a character card. This is starting off level 2s now. And this card, the main card, is Yuko Graduation Ceremony. So when it's placed from the hand to the stage, you can choose up to 2 Yuko's Hospitality in your waiting room, put them on the bottom of your library. The merge of this is you put this card and this card like that or like that, and then the Yuko from the deck, from the library, goes like that. So it's an advanced summon. That's the merge, or the trance, I guess. See, more level 2s here. We've got a couple of backups here. Leon flapping her wings. 2500 backup. Also, when you use the backup of this, you could look at the top card of your library if it's logical as the Foreigner, draw it, and then discard a card. Add it to your hand, discard a card. So it's pretty good backup, plus has the ability to maybe ditch something that's dead of yours and get rid of something else. Like I was able to use this card, actually ditch dead climaxes whenever I could. 2 Handmade Valentine. So this is an event card. Pay 1. If you have no character with Yuko, you cannot play it. But anyway, choose a character in your library, in your waiting room, sorry, with Logicalist or Foreigner. Add it to your hand, then all characters gain 2,000 for the turn. So I was able to use this a couple of times. And on to level 3s. All I play is I just play the 4 Yuko's Hospitality, which is the advanced summon from the merger with these 2. So anyway, for each marker underneath it gains 2,000 power, so it's going to be, if you use the merge, you're going to have at least 11.5 to begin with. When it attacks, you choose a Logicalist the Foreigner in your waiting room, and then put it underneath as a marker. Actually, it's any character, just as long as it's a character. Climax combo with To the New Life is when it attacks, you discard a card, you look it up to, it's either 3 or 4 cards from the top of your opponent's library, depending on how many markers are under this. Minimum, if you have 3 or less markers, you look at 3. If you have 4 or more markers, you look at 4. Then you can send as many of them as you want to the waiting room, and then then put the rest back onto their library, and they shuffle. So using this, get rid of climaxes. I did that a few times today, and you can put characters back up to try and get guaranteed damage. And then, of course, climaxes, the 4 Fledgling Logicalist, stock soul when it's placed from the hand to stage. Choose a blue card in your waiting room, put in your stock, everyone gets a soul, and To the New Life, and of course trigger is 2 souls, and To the New Life, which is a soul gate and a 1k1 on play. I'll just quickly go through his matches played anyway. First round against Saikano, which is How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. He kind of bricked during his first turn. He only had 1 level 0 first turn. He had to pass second turn. I was able to do lots of damage. He got a few advanced summons out using the effects, but I was able to get Yuko's out straight away. I had 2 of them out, and I had 2 of these on the field, so I was able to give them the markers. Then they had just the extra power from them all. I used the To the New Life combo a couple of times. I managed to get rid of 3 climaxes using that effect, and that's pretty much what helped me win it in the end. He was just a bit unlucky. Second game was against Idol Master. Pretty strong build with lots of advanced summons as well. I actually passed. He got me to level 1 quickly. He cancelled a lot early on, but I know I kept it on level 0 for at least 1 more turn. He was 0-5, but I decided not to attack. I was able to do some nice damage next turn. It's pretty back and forward. I think one of the things that helped me was he did a brainstorm. They brainstormed for 5, and he actually hit 3 climaxes. he wasn't really able to get too much from the help, and I was able to get rid of at least. And then during his last turn, before I was able to win, his 2 trigger checks were both soul gates. So there was like 5 gone, then he had 6 in his hand. Then I used the Yuko to the new life. I managed to get rid of one of them, so he only had 1 left. He was able to cancel the first damage, but the other Yuko, and I think I might have had a Yuko's hospitality, sorry, QC days on there as well. That's what I was able to finish him with them, because he just ran out of climaxes. Third game was against Fate Apocrypha. Both of us, it was really good back and forth game. We were both, I wasn't actually able to get advanced summons out. I had 2 of these in the clock, 1 in stock, and 1 was still in deck at the time when I was level 2. And I was actually like level 2.5, 2.3 or something like that, 2.4. But when I leveled up, I was able to get 2 of these back in. The final play was actually pretty hard. He had 3 advanced summons on this field. Actually, no, he was level 3 as well at the time, but 1 was an advanced summon by the effect of the Mordred. So he had 3 big level 3s. The Mordred was like 14, plus he could give it 2k from another Mordred, plus he had a backup for 75. So I just rammed it with that one. I had 2 Yukos on the other side to get rid of the other 2 level 3s that he had. I used the 2 of the new life. I actually missed both times. I went for 4 on both occasions. It didn't hit a climax, but after the reshuffle again, I still managed to hit all the damage. That was possible to get me the win in that one. So that was like really tight in the end. I was like 3-4 or something like that. I was able to cancel on the last with. I managed to cancel at least 1 of his attacks on the previous turn, which helped me win in that one. But yeah, that was a really good back and forth game. That was pretty tough. So yeah, anyway, that's the deck profile and tournament report. So until next time, thank you all for watching, and see you again soon.